Uncorked. Pride is about people, rights, inclusion, community, diversity, and guess what? You don't have to agree with someone or their lifestyle to treat them with love, kindness, and respect. Nearly all faiths and cultures are grounded in benevolence, being good humans, loving your neighbor, your brother, treating others as you wish to be treated. People have the ability to make their own choices, and in making those choices, agree to the benefits, rewards, and even consequences of those choices. Be a good human. Be kind always. And before you speak, ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Celebrating and wishing everyone that does celebrate a happy Pride Month. Pride has come a long way. The LGBTQ community has come a long way. I know that in growing up as a teenager, we heard about and experienced people all the time who were gay, or bisexual, bi-curious, whatever you have, and could not speak out and would do things such as, try to harm themselves. There have been suicides committed by people that couldn't just live as they are openly. So we want to just recognize those people that have gone before, the grandiose people that we see in today's world, like the Billy Porter, who I love. He is my hero. And just help our community to understand that we are a safe place as people. If people needed a place, a platform where they could open up, or an individual that they can speak to, that, each of us is a safe place if they do need that. And we want people to keep that in mind as we continue through Pride Month.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna ask an ignorant question, and I'm saying ignorant not to be funny, because I really don't know. And people look at the word ignorance; it means just a lack of knowledge. That's what that means.
Lack of knowledge, exactly.
Okay, they keep adding on these freaking acronyms. LGBTQ, I say WXYZ because I cannot keep up with all the letters in the alphabet. And then I see something with a plus. I don't know what that is. So if anybody out there can explain that to me.
Well, LGBTQ, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, bisexual, did I already? Oh, yeah, I already said trans. LGB. Okay, so lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning.
Questioning what?
Oh, wow.
I actually thought that would be queer. So questioning.
Well, I believe that's how it started out, but then queer, first of all, it was a derogatory term for a while, so they stopped using that, and then they realized queer can encompass so many different things.
Yeah.
So questioning is what it changed to from a politically correct standpoint. There was a time when it was LGBTQIA, and I'm trying to remember what
yeah. See, that's what I mean.
That's it. LGBTQIA plus. That was
the plus.
Yeah. So let's
was that when the plus was in?
I mean, they still use it. It's still being
plus
used.
Is just plus everybody else, right?
Oh, yes, it is. It's meant to be inclusive, is what it is.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Here's an article from MSN, the ABCs of LGBTQIA. And let's see what? I'm going to that now. I used to know, and I don't.
It's
Oh.
individual acknowledgement.
I don't think that's it, but
Just guessing.
LGBTQIA, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, queer, intersex, asexual, pansexual, and allies. That is what LGBTQIA plus stands for.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
Pansexual.
a lot. They're gonna keep on adding more through as they go.
And
And I would recommend also for those that are not sure what, the terminology all is, if you're looking to be an ally for this community and you're looking to understand, it's going to be important to read what the definitions mean, because I used to believe that pansexual and bisexual were the same thing, and they're not. Pansexual is similar to bisexual, but it describes an individual who has a desire for all genders and sexes, but who that person is determines if you're going to be involved with them or sexually involved with them.
okay, but that's the same to me. That means that you still.
It's not the same because.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you're still going to be with either or. I mean, there's no preference. It's either or.
Bisexual says those that are sexually and affectionately attracted to both men and women, whereas pansexual, you're attracted to everything. It's not just men and women, transsexuals, androgynous, everything. There is
so that's what the kids call fluent right now, right?
Fluid, gender.
Fluid.
Well, that's pansexual and gender fluid are different. Gender fluid speaks to what you identify as, not your sexual preference. But a gender fluid person, if I am, the way I'm understanding this, if I am pansexual, then yes, I would be interested in a gender fluid person, because I don't have any limits. It's not just male or female to me.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not one or the other. It is all.
Okay, you got to school the old woman. Okay, thank you, baby.
Guys, understand, I Google everything. If I see it and I don't understand it, I read it in an article. I look it up, because I don't want to ever, offend someone who is already struggling with being accepted in society.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not making light of it or fun of it.
I know, I know.
That's why April started out saying it's ignorance. And that's what we
not knowing.
Not knowing and with everything at our fingertips, because we always have our hand on a phone. You shouldn't come out of your mouth wrong about any of those things, because all you got to do is look at your phone and go to Google or whatever search engine you want to go to and look it up, so you won't be ignorant.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, in lieu of Pride Month, I would question that, because I did run across some things where I saw Pride Month. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Then I saw, the basic letters, what I understood whether to be. But the last few years, it's been all these different other, acronyms for these other, and I'm like, I cannot.
You're like, what does it all mean?
Understand? Right. Yeah, I don't understand what it is, because to me, all I saw black, I saw white, and I saw the middle. But now there's all these different other colors of the rainbow that I'm like, I'm not familiar
absolutely.
with.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's the truth.
But again, I said earlier, each his own.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Live and let live.
Let's uncork the conversation in Pride Month.
Pride began due to the Stonewall riots. The Stonewall Inn was a bar in New York that was often frequented by members of the LGBTQ+ community. Homosexuality was still classified as a mental illness, and people were subjected to inhumane treatment if they were caught. For this reason, the police often raided the aforementioned bar. However, the community decided they had had enough, and on June 28, 1969, days of riots ensued when the police tried to enter the bar, and thus began the protection and celebration of the LGBTQ plus community. Brenda Howard is often referred to as the mother of Pride. She planned and partook in many rallies for rights throughout the years, significantly helping the community, which she herself was a part of. She was a member of the Gay Liberation Front, among being active in several other associations. Each color in the Pride flag has a unique meaning. Red represents life. Orange represents healing. Yellow represents sunshine. Green represents nature. Blue represents harmony. And purple represents spirit. The flag originated at the Gay Freedom Day Parade in San Francisco and is now the embodiment of pride in and of itself. Before the marches that commemorated the Stonewall riots, there were marches and parades that occurred every year, dubbed the annual reminders. They occurred at the Independence Hall in Philadelphia, a central location in the city, in order to serve as a reminder of the hardships endured by the LGBTQ plus community. Prior to coining the name Gay Pride, which is now the most commonly used term, the marches and events were referred to as gay liberation or freedom. Times changed, and eventually the term pride turned into the common phrase used to talk about these events. There is a lesbian march every year referred to as the Dyke March. The first Dyke March originated in New York City and now occurs every year in all kinds of different cities around the world. The purpose of this march is to encourage activism within the lesbian community. And thousands upon thousands of individuals partake in these marches, which usually occur a couple of days before the start of Pride. Honestly, it is just sad that as of now, the only two presidents in U.S. history to publicly acknowledge Pride have been Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. Obama actually went so far as to sign a proclamation each year of his term and was an activist for the rights of all people, regardless of sexuality. The original Pride flag had 8 colors. It actually had the colors of pink, turquoise included. Pink represented sexual liberation, and the turquoise represented Native Americans and the magic of life. They were removed due to manufacturing restraints at the time. The Gay Pride flag has a Guinness World Record. For the 25th anniversary of the gay rights movement, the creator of the flag was asked to create a massive flag that actually held a Guinness World Record for largest flag for a while. The flag was a mile long and was an absolute feat to produce. There was another gay symbol for gay pride before the flag. Prior to the flag being the common representation of the LGBTQ plus community, the Greek symbol lambda was originally used. It was the sign of the Gay Activist Alliance. Many people actually do not know that there even was a symbol before the flag. Pride history shared from society19.com. We hope you enjoyed this bonus episode of Uncorked-N-Conversation. Love wins.
Thank you for listening to Uncorked-N-Conversation. This podcast is co-hosted by Linda White, April N. Brown, Tracy Langford, Paulette Irving, and Sarita Boston. It is produced and edited by April N. Brown. The music is by Ben Sound.